Alright. Xenu. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but haven't been able to find the pictures. I have some photographs from my time on staff. This here is a photograph of a license plate that someone asked me to take a picture of. These were some Armenians that were on Melrose. This was a back alley picture. This Armenian guy paid me $100 to go take a bunch of pictures. That was weird. This is my brother right before or around the time we left. Before. Alright. Some of these are a little older. See if I can get to some of the ones from the mission. This was in San Diego. Here's another picture of the license plate the Armenian asked me to take. This is Katie Jones now, I suppose. She was on staff at Buenaventura Mission. Married John Jones, who I've spoken about in previous videos. As far as I'm aware, she is not involved in Scientology anymore. I'm not 100% sure. Here's my brother and his wife back in the year 2000. Not long before we got involved with the church, and she eventually moved to California and joined the cult as well. And they blew together after Christmas. If you keep up with my long ass story. This was my ex-wife, right around the time we first met. And we weren't together very long. She did a course at the Melrose Mission, and she did not like it. She just did the communication course that helped her, and then didn't do any more. She didn't have a problem with me being a Scientologist either. This is a picture of my best friend and another best friend. Two of my best friends here. The girl there was my girlfriend at the time, Maggie Landry, now Maggie Graves, and then that's Justin Giles, my best friend. Okay, I know there's more in here. I'll get to the good ones, and I don't have any super good ones. And this was a picture my dad sent me while I was in the cult. He's never had long hair, and someone photoshopped this, so his hair actually isn't that long, but I remember he sent me this picture. This is not my biological father, my stepfather, but my dad. Yeah, it's weird to see him with long hair. And this is just beautiful. This was over in San Diego. Okay. Here is another photo that the Armenian asked me to take. He wanted all their vehicles, pictures taken. Okay, let's get to the, where are they? I know they're in here somewhere. This is a picture of me outside the Melrose Mission, right around the time we opened. Alright, this, so we can get a really good picture, clear. Okay. Damn it. Okay. The screen is reflecting. How am I going to do this? Alright. I'm really sorry. Okay. There we go. That's the Melrose Mission. And that was open mic night. You can see, very, very popular. Here's another one, the open mic night. That girl in the white shirt to the left is a Scientologist, and she worked for Wise. This was the I gotta remember her post title. I can't remember her name. She was the deputy registrar at ASHO, American Saint Hill Organization, and we were very close. As I was the field staff member in charge for two different missions, or the CC Int, Melrose Mission, and LA Day, LA Foundation, and ASHO. This is a little photograph of the event, the main event when we opened the church. One of those guys' name is Sergio, I believe. The dude flipping you off is flipping me off. He was an actor. I don't remember his name. This was the stage in the back that we had set up, and that is Hal Ozan from 90210 in the foreground, and in the background is a band called the Hanks, and you can Google them or Spotify, the Hanks. Very tight band, all Scientologists, so also crazy. This is Dominic. This is the guy that I went to go see at the Melrose Mission, or at the Baton Rouge Mission, that I wanted to talk to. This is the guy who stood in front of the door when I tried to leave early days, and he convinced me to have an open mind about Scientology. He's a very intelligent individual. I love him very much. He's very gifted, but he is trapped just like I was. This is just a funny photo. That's actually an ashtray that we used in drilling at the Melrose Mission for HC drilling. Here's a different open mic night from another night that we had. The guy singing is not a Scientologist, but this is how we would get people in who were non-Scientologists, by enticing them with gigs. Here's another open mic night where we had a Sea Org member I wish I could remember this guy's name. He's a keyboard player, and he actually had quite a career before uh, joining the Sea Org. He joined the Sea Org, and he came and played some gigs at the Melrose Mission. Most of the people in here in this picture are Scientologists. In the middle with the long hair, that's my brother. Here's another different open mic night that we did at the Melrose Mission. And as you can see, oh, that's my brother with the black and white shoes. Here's a picture from the front of the stage at the main opening, grand opening. And that is the Hanks playing. Here's me after I tried killing myself in the church, and I got a job with my brother working at the internet cafe down the road. And that is a girl named Anna, who's German, who lived in a hostel down the road and ended up moving to LA. This picture was taken sometime around 2003, I believe. Maybe late 2003. This is John Jones on the left. There he is. John Jones and a guy named Gar from Ireland, from Dublin. The mission holders had a mission in Dublin, and they had Gar and his wife come out to manage the Hubbard Guidance Center in the Melrose Mission, what they call the HGC. Here's another picture of that piano player from CC Int, who joined the Sea Org from CC Int. Here's a different open mic night. These chairs and all the furniture were so freaking expensive. I mean, the money that we raised for this posh ass place on Melrose was just unbelievably, just ungodly sum of money. This is a girl named Sarah Castro, and that's Dominic and Sean McHugh in the mirror in the background. And Sarah Castro is still a Scientologist. She's disconnected from me. I tried contacting her after I made my videos, and she immediately disconnected. Now, from what I understand, her brother invested in Bitcoin and is a millionaire, so he's probably funding her journey in Scientology. She joined the Sea Org through the Melrose Mission. She was one of the people that we got to sign a billion-year contract. This guy right here was a never-in. He just came and played music for us and talked. We never could get him to do anything. Not even a chorus. This guy is a poet named Crispin Sanford. He's quite a good poet, actually. He's also quite a Scientologist still. Whenever I was doing my doubt condition, whether or not I was going to be a Scientologist, I finally decided that I wasn't. And what do you do at the end of the doubt condition is you deliver a harmful blow to the group that you were pretending to be a part of. So I contacted as many people as I could that I felt had been wronged by and hurt by the church. He was one of them, but he had nothing much to say to me. Let's see here. like I said, there's not many. Here's another picture the Armenian wanted me to take. And, you know, I'm not sure, now that I think about all that, like, what that was all about. For all I know, it could have been, I have no idea, honestly. Like, he wanted me to take pictures of the car. And, like, up close picture, get the VIN numbers and all that. Probably not Scientology related. And unfortunately, oh, okay, this is worth showing. This is the guy that came to California with us. His name is Jeremy Sullivan. And they tried to run a ruin cycle on him, and he was taking some psychiatric drugs at the time that he didn't like. He did a course and stayed a couple of days, but he got the fuck out as soon as he could. It's the guy I talked about in the first video. He was out of there. Pew! Good for him. Okay. And that is about all that I have, picture-wise, of me in Scientology. The rest of the time, you know, I was busy. This is my favorite picture. This was right before my brother and I and Jeremy took off to go to LA. And I really like it. The person who took this photo is a good friend of mine, amazing musician. Unfortunately, he hung himself, and he's no longer with us, but he was an amazing artist, photographer, musician, philosopher. I mean, he was just a really cool guy. His name was Charlie Heinbach. And I just wanted to have a little picture share. So, unfortunately, that's all that I think I have from that time period. I didn't have a phone that could take pictures. In fact, the year that I left, Razor phones were like flip phones were just coming out. So, it sure is amazing how fast technology evolves, because only a few years later you were able to do videos. But back then, I mean, if you were to take a picture, you're talking about like 800 standard size picture for a phone, a flip phone, like 800 kilobytes or something. So it was very, very small. In fact, Google Mail came out in 2003. There was a beta in 2002 and got signed up. And it was a huge deal because you had 500 megabytes. No, I think it started with 250 megabytes of storage. And then they moved it up to a gig in less than a year, and that was like, oh my god. I was an early adopter for Gmail, like, so, and for that reason, because it was just like, oh my god, how are they fitting all this information? I hope that wasn't like too blurry all the time. You get to see some of the people, and just some of the candid environments, some idea. If you're a previous Scientologist, then you might recognize just the faking, you know, like the fake tone 40 or the fake enthusiasm tone scale stuff. So, hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed showing them to you. Thanks.